Okay. According to a lot of scientific research, that when you are born, your brain has been provided with a system of thinking. And this system of thinking has a goal. What is the goal? It needs to be able to be happy in the two most important areas, the physical and the social. So you need friends, you need love, you need to have attention, you need to belong, and you need food, and you need to be comfortable, you need to be able to have everything. These two things are there. So that's why we study two instincts. All human beings have two instincts, because you need to be physically fulfilled, you need to be socially fulfilled. Okay? When we buy a watch which gives us the time, but we also buy a watch to show that we are rich or poor, we want to have a brand. Okay? So one is to make sure you have something which is nice and good, and one is to have a brand. So every human being has two instincts. And this is what is given to you from the time you are born. And these instincts are so strong. It's so strong that they control all of your activities. Anybody who comes and tries to give you any opinion, it will not accept. It will not accept. Because it has something called a filtering mechanism. Okay? Anybody come, it will reject. Anybody says anything, it will reject. Unless whatever is said to this brain is said by someone you have very strong belief and trust in, and you are able to understand clearly, then you'll accept. Otherwise, it will reject. So this brain will always reject everything you say because it has its own system of thinking. This is created so that you will not go mad. So that you will never be mad. Okay? This is for your protection, to have sanity. So that you are a sane person, so that your mind has the ability to continue following one system. Today your grandmother comes from somebody somewhere and tells you something. And then 2 days later your uncle comes from somewhere and tells you something. And then your friend tells you something. You will go crazy if you have to keep changing. You have a brain, your system works, this is what you follow. So your brain has been created in such a way that whatever is given to it, it filters out. It does not accept. You keep filtering out. Anything you learn will be filtered out. Whether you learn science of life or you learn whatever it is, it gets filtered out. Okay? Now, if you realize that something which you have learned is very good, you have to go through a whole process of trying to put it into your system. And this whole process of putting it into your system is called transformation. You want to form a habit. You have to come up with so many thoughts and systems and ideas and ways and practice and do until it becomes your new character. You do 1-2 times, it will be thrown out. This is the reality. This is how the brain has been created by nature, by God, whatever it is, to protect you from going mad. Otherwise, you keep listening to everybody, you keep changing, you don't have any idea, you don't have any system, you do not have any way to follow. You are listening to everybody. So to prevent everybody coming and giving all kinds of ideas with this and that, okay, your brain will filter everything out and continue following whatever it is. So this is created in a way which has been put into your subconscious, which is very deep. Whatever is your original system is very deep into subconscious, so that this one consciously you cannot change. This is so subconscious that it is like an automatic pilot. It is automatically running all of your affairs without you realizing. You can see, you can talk now, but your brain is operating your life. All of your systems, all of your thinking, all of your behavior, everything is being operated by your subconscious. You change your subconscious because of either there is a weakness or a mistake or whatever it is, takes a whole process. It's a whole process of training and pumping and exercising and transforming until you get there. Now, according to many psychologists, they say it normally takes you 90 days. Some people say it takes you 21 days to form a habit. Okay? Why? Because you need to pump. You need to be there and put until this goes into the system. Until this one becomes your new character. It takes 21 days, it takes 90 days. Okay? And if you can fight and push and all that, you go in. Now, some people go for hypnosis. They try to hypnotize, to push it into the subconscious. But the same way it goes in, it can also come out after some time.
What is hypnotize? What is hypnotize?
Hypnosis means, like, for example, somebody put this
The coin
or whatever and put in front of you. You look, you fall asleep, and then they talk to you, whatever goes in. Okay? Hypnosis or whatever it is. Okay? This is helping you to, when you look, what is happening is your mind is being removed. Your mind cannot follow anymore. The subconscious is open for something to go in. Now, whatever you talk, go straight in, because your mind, which is called the filtering mechanism, has been removed. It can go straight in. So people use hypnosis, but this hypnosis doesn't work long. Works sometimes it doesn't work. Okay.
Why does it go out again? You said it goes in very easily, but
because you can also be programmed, and that is not something which is permanent. It's a temporary thing. It didn't neutralize the system down there. When you force something in, slowly it will be forced out. Okay? It needs to blend into the whole system. When you do hypnosis, you're putting something in which doesn't blend into a system. You're just putting it in and it's stuck down there somewhere. That's the reason why it needs to blend. It needs to make sense. Everything needs to be connected. There is a perfect logic in the subconscious. The subconscious has its own logic. Right or wrong, low or not low, it has its own logic. You need to integrate with the logic. You need to blend or harmonize with the logic. You don't harmonize with the logic, it will be thrown out after some time. Okay? So that is why it's very, very crucial for you to be able to understand spiritual, to be able to become somebody spiritual, you have to understand. You cannot force. In the past you could force. But now you must understand. It must make sense. Everything must be everything about life must make sense for it to go into the subconscious, and then you still have to pump. If it doesn't make sense, it'll get thrown out. It'll fall off very fast. It must make sense. So because of this, because of all of these mechanisms in the brain, which has got its own protection, unless you are dead serious, really you want it, and you force, then you are able to put it in. If you are not dead serious, it's a joke, it's fun and all that kind of thing, you get washed off. So to do this, we have CI cycle systems, we have got repetitions, we have so many different ways for you to develop transformation. But the most important aspect of transformation is understanding. If you don't understand, you cannot transform. You cannot transform. You must understand. If you do not understand life, you do not understand spirituality, you are just following, you can be confident. You will never be able to tap that potential, because it must make sense. Otherwise, when you go somewhere else, you go out, you are a different person altogether. You are not the same person anymore. Okay? Because your environment will affect you into this and that, and this situation, that situation. You will be affected by that, which will actually go back in line with your original subconscious. Your original subconscious is only thinking about survival, nothing more than survival. Make any sense? Huh? So why you cannot why whatever you learn, you cannot, because the brain has been created this way. This is one reason. There's a second reason. That you cannot transform the brain simply, naturally, automatically. Whatever you learn from me, you will never be able to use. Never. Okay. If I talk and motivate and explain to you and all that, you will not change. You will understand, you will not change. Because there is a second part, which is very important. God gave you a free will. You will decide your life. Your parents, your culture, anybody cannot decide your life. They can motivate, they can explain and all that. But whatever somebody else does for you, you will not be able to claim the credit. You will not be able to claim the credit. You have to put in the effort to transform. You know, nobody can make you transform. Because if you transform, it is your effort. Then this is your credit. You have changed. Not, you don't become somebody because of your father, because of your mother, because of your uncle, because of your religion. No. You will not become somebody because of some other reason or some outside factor. Outside factor will tell you, will explain to you, will show you, will make sense to you, whatever it is, but transformation is in your hands. Teacher can only go as far as showing you. If you accept, you understand, they can go to the extent of convincing you, but they cannot transform you. That's yours. You go up to God. You answer for your transformations. How much did you change? How much did you realize? Whatever you know is not yours. Was given to you by somebody. Was given to you by a book. Was given to you by a teacher. Was given to you by circumstances. This is not yours. How knowledgeable you are is not yours. It was given to you. It was discovered by somebody. You just basically received it. What you are able to put it into your life, that's yours. That's how you are judged. You are not judged by how much you know. You're judged by how much you are transformed. How much you take charge of your life. So, because you have great parents, you will become great? No. Everybody stands based on what they have transformed. So there are two factors. One factor is the factor where you need to be protected. You need to be protected from becoming insane. Too many people, so you have a brain which is very, very difficult to transform. And two, anybody who puts in the effort to transform, they will become good. You can sit down and listen to Science of Life for the rest of your life. You will not change. You will not change. You will not understand. You will understand, but you will not change. You will never become great. Never. You will become a follower of a leader. But when you die, nobody remembers you, they will only remember the leader. You have loved nothing because you didn't change. You are just basically letting the leader decide everything in your life. Understand? This is the real you. You want to know who you are? The person who you have transformed into. This is you. This, your upbringing, you belong to a Christian religion, you belong to a Muslim religion, you belong to a Hindu religion, you do the rituals, you are not that kind of thing. This is nothing. This one is just you have been programmed. How much you transform. That's why every religion talks about reborn. Every religion talks about reborn. Every religion talks about breaking free from your lower nature. This is. Make sense? Anything not clear about this? Anybody wants to just add a little bit to this? When you drive a car from here all the way to Bangkok, you see trees, you see people, you see cars, you see road, you see building, you will remember nothing on the way unless you see some madman doing something funny you have never seen before, you will remember that. Correct? You will never remember routine. Something which catches your eye and you sit down and you put a little bit more concentration, that's what you remember, but soon you will forget. But for that whole trip, that's what you will remember. Because for this brain, you need to be something different. It cannot be routine. It cannot be just natural. For you to transform, it's not natural. It has to be tremendous amount of effort. Tremendous amount of decision taking, pushing, and transforming, and transforming, and transforming. And spirituality, again, is like English. Spirituality is like English in the sense that to go higher, you need the foundation. If you do not know ABC, you cannot read. You cannot spell, then you cannot read. And if you know the words, if you do not know how to string them together, you cannot go. You need to learn this one. Once you get this, now you can learn the next. You get this, now you can learn the next. You get this, now you can learn. Everything has to be stages. Everything has to be built on. You learn this and forget and then learn something, no. You need to learn this and then add. You need to remember this. By the time you are here, this one is already solid. You have basically gone through this. Whatever you learn, it has to become very strong. So transformation, understanding life, everything needs to be built on. That's why you must understand. You cannot remember. Remembering is not going to solve your problem. Becoming great, becoming somebody fulfilled, becoming somebody who is able to achieve full human ability is not something which will happen naturally. Human beings do not achieve their potential naturally. Do not. It is something which you have to do, and how much somebody wants you to become, you will never become. Cannot. So I used to tell Dinu many times, I said, for example, I want you to be the very, very good car driver, racing car driver, but you are not interested. Well, I really want to, and I'll motivate you, and I'll motivate you, and I'll motivate you, and while I motivate you, you are excited, you will go and practice, and then come back. But you are not as interested. Okay? So as long as I'm motivating you, you'll practice. When I don't motivate you, and I'm on holiday, you will not practice. Maybe you might practice a little bit. Why? Because it's not you who want to be a great driver. Because I want you to be a great driver. You are not putting in the effort because you want to put in the effort. You are putting in the effort because you are motivated, encouraged, and told to put in the effort. You will never be a great driver. A great driver will find the time when to go and practice. Try to choose, prioritize, because they want to be, they will do it. Teacher can never make you great. Your parents can never make you great. Nobody can make you great. Even your husband, wife cannot make you great. You have to take this decision and fight your brain. All we can make you is confident. We can make you confident. We can make you be somebody who is not shy, because we tell you to do it again and again and again and again and again, you do it. But we will never be able to make you somebody who is charismatic. You can be confident to go and stop in front, but to be able to influence and all that, this one only you can achieve by yourself. Nobody can help you. We can help you to cycle a bicycle, but to be somebody good and really and be able to do this and do that with a bicycle, only you can do. Nobody can force you to do. Nobody can push you, train you. All that extra effort is yours. So that is you. So how much of your brain you want to develop, you want to achieve, how much of your potential you want to achieve, this is yours. And you take all the credit. This is what you achieve. This is what you will be able to do for others. Make sense? So one side, it is good because it belongs to you. Nobody can come and say that you are great because of me or because of that. No such thing. But the second side is you are not going to become if you are not going to put in what it takes. And what it takes is only a very, very strong determination. Becoming great is easy. When I say easy, means it's like Forrest Gump. If you watch the movie of Forrest Gump, you'll understand about how easy it is to become great. Becoming great is all about practice. But to have the character, the attitude, the discipline to practice, this is the difficult part. To prevent yourself from being distracted to practice, this is the difficult part. But to become great is very easy. You just do, you will achieve it. Like Forrest Gump. You just continue to do, you will become very, very good. Because practice makes you into whatever, makes you into better. But can you practice? This is yours. Will you practice? Are you lazy? Will you sit down? Or are you your mind everywhere else? Like what Samurai says, many minds. Your mind is everywhere. You want to do this, you want to do that, nothing happens. But the person who can sit down and practice, you don't need to be intelligent, you don't need to be smart, you just need to have the discipline to practice. And you will become great. That's what Forrest Gump was trying to show to the whole world. There's no such thing as intelligence. No such thing as intelligence. All of us have got great memory. Somebody discovered this and discovered that, and we read from the book and we watched the movie. We're just collecting a lot of information, and because we have it, somebody don't have it, people call us intelligent. Because they are learning from it. There's no such thing from it as intelligent unless you become a scientist who is creativity, who is trying to discover, finding out something. Then it's called intelligence. Otherwise, you have all got great memory. And the elephant has a super memory. Human brains have got fantastic memory. So all of us have got the equal potential to achieve whatever it is. Can you discipline? This is the difficult part. If you follow, you practice, you will achieve it. Anybody learn English the right way will speak and practice more and more, they will get perfect English. You don't need to be some genius to speak English or anything. But you need to be a genius to be able to control yourself from distraction. How to be tough, how to be strong, how to continue. This is your challenge. And this is a challenge which is not complicated. This is a challenge which you will put in effort. Cannot discipline, cannot discipline. Finish, story close. If you can discipline, if you can discipline, every knowledge is yours. Every science is yours. There's nothing difficult to learn. Everything is just taught. Now, if there is a little bit of difference, maybe some things, some teachers are able to explain to you easier, more easily. Some teachers do not explain so easily. That's the difference. But one way or the other, you will understand if you really have this determination, because in doing, there's a lot of work, learning. You learn and you, okay. As you start doing things, you will get a lot of knowledge. They call it the Bremerian system of education, or what we call action learning. By doing and doing and doing, you actually understand. Because you are doing, and by doing, you are actually seeing, this happened like this happened like that. By doing, you get a lot of learning, which we call action learning. So you don't need to be a genius, even if you don't understand perfectly. As you do, you will basically become clear. Okay, because you are seeing, you're being taught by your actual doing, your actual practice, you're being taught. You'll get your English corrected, you'll get many things corrected by this. So that's the challenge. That's you. Who are you? That one who has the ability to control yourself. You can control your mind to focus. That's you. Not your intelligence, nothing else. That's you. So people learn meditation, people learn concentration, people learn focusing. They learn all of these things. Why? To help you to develop the ability to take charge of your life. In Hinduism, they call this established in self. You are in control of yourself. They call it established in self in Hinduism. Okay. In Buddhism, they talk about ability to take charge of Mara. You can fight and take control of Mara. This is the teaching in Buddhism. In Christianity, you can fight your Satan. That means Satan is constantly distracting you, taking you everywhere and showing you things and preventing you. So anybody has this ability to take charge of their life, take charge of their minds, and decide you will get anything you want to do. And you will be able to achieve your full potential based on this. Greatness is available to every human being on earth, however uneducated you are, however backward you are. It's available to anybody, because the challenge is the same for the most educated person and the least educated person. Control of self. control of yourself. Do you have control of self? You can take charge of your body. You don't need intelligence, you need practice. Practice will get you everything. And really go and watch Forrest Gump. He became top in the world in ping pong, became top in the world in rugby, became top in the world in fishing, in business, in money. What else did he become? Runner, he ran for years and years.
Got a medal in the army.
Medal in the army, he got a medal. What did he have? Ability to do, ability to practice. Instead of being distracted, he could practice. He was not easily distracted. He had somehow control of his emotions, control of his feelings. That is the real challenge. Make sense? Any other question along this line?
I'm not clear with this two actors.
Two?
Two actors.
What?
Factors.
2 points, 2 parts, 2 aspects. One part is to prevent your brain from going mad. And second part is to be able to know this is you, this is not your parents. Your achievement is your credit, not your parents, not your teachers. This is yours. One is to prevent your brain. To know who you are. Is it you? Is it your teacher? Now I'm one great teacher. One really great teacher. I teach English very well. But those people who end up studying are the ones who put in the effort. Those who become good are the ones who put in the effort. The system has been simplified. But if you don't put in the effort, you're not going to get it. That effort is 100% yours. The system may be mine. But the effort to be able to be fluent, to speak and all that, that belongs 100% to you, not to your teacher. That's yours. You walk proudly. You learn from big teacher bullshit and big teacher only gave me system, I have to practice. We can provide you with the opportunity, you have to do the work. So, I do not take credit. The credit belongs to you. And also, the consequences of your life belong to you. Because you didn't put in the effort, you didn't discipline, you get less. You put in the effort, you discipline, you get more. This is yours. This is nothing to blame anybody. If there is anybody to blame, blame you. And today in the world, even the poor cannot blame any more that they are poor. There are hundreds of NGOs which will provide you education, opportunities to come. So they cannot even say, oh, you know, I come from a poor family. No. Everybody has to be answerable for their own life, their own actions. And anybody can become great, outstanding, based on the amount of effort you are prepared to put down. Coming to source, you have one advantage over outside. The advantage is we can help you to understand things more easily. That's all. But you still put in the effort. Nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can do that for you. This is yours. For me, this is, I believe in God. For me, this is what, when you go up to the next world, they want to know what did you actually achieve. So I tell my children, for example, I have to tell Raj and Dino, because you were born in my family, you can speak good English, you can do this, you can do that, you can achieve so many things because of what I have to a great extent trained you. But based on education, based on opportunity, based on conditioning, this level you have been able to reach. From here till greatness belongs to you. Up to this level, this is your upbringing. I have given you just a higher bar. You are more disciplined, more able to focus because I have trained you well while you are my children. Okay, I made sure you went to school. I made sure you studied. I made sure many things that you achieved, which is because I made sure and because you are my children, shall I follow. But from this moment onwards, to what you leave, what you impact you create in the world belongs to you, not to me. This is yours. You will do more than what I did. This is yours. Your creativity, your thinking, your effort, your everything. You will never be considered to be my followers or no, because your father is this and your father is that. This is yours. This is not your father's. My father was this and my father was there. My father was somebody. But you think what? We didn't put in the effort? We didn't push? We didn't develop? Make sense? This is your pride. This is you. This is yours. So when you praise Saul, Saul this, Saul that, stop. You put in the effort. That's why you are what you are. Saul gave you opportunities, all that very good. Don't worry about praising Saul. Praise yourself. You put in this effort. You pushed yourself. You practiced. You did all the reading. You did all the exercises. You are because of that. Yeah, Saul definitely provided you with the opportunities, of course. Any thoughts, any comments, anything anybody would like to share? Hey Francis, anything to say? No. Diane wants to say something? No. There's no romantic things all down here now? Anybody? Any other question along this line? Please share, please comment, please add, please confirm. That's it? Is it clear? Is it good to know? Huh? Why is it good to know? Why you think it's good? What makes you? I think it's great information. For me, I want to feel proud of myself. I want to feel proud. Okay. I want this to be mine. So yeah, why do you feel it's good? Yes.
Yeah. Before that, when I was in school,
Many years ago.
yeah, many years ago. Yeah, up to years ago. We were just thinking, education, studying, is part of the life to get out, whatever we want to be. But we never thought that, to put it into action. Never has anyone in schools or any teachers tell that, put it into action, practice more. Just tell you, do it, that's all. And we do to our utmost ability to become someone. But we have never reached that level, to be, I can't say I'm great, but I want to be a level-headed person, to do things right, to know what is right and what is wrong. That is my ability now. But later on, when we say to practice is to make it perfect, right? Practice makes perfect, right? So by listening to your talks right now, it's like, yeah, I think it's time for me to put it into practice to better myself. I don't want to be a great person, but I just want to be a better person.
Can you take out this your?
Yeah.
The reason is this.
You know,
Why I don't like this word your.
yeah.
I will explain why I don't like this word your talk and all that. Because don't quote me and say big teacher said this and big teacher said that. Don't quote me and say that I agree and it makes sense and I'm following because I accept, not because of big teacher. Then it becomes yours, then this knowledge becomes yours. So you are looking, you are understanding, and then you are applying in your life. Otherwise, if big teacher said this and all that, then you are not going to be able to allow it to grow. Everything is supposed to grow, the world moves forward. So this is very, very important. Yeah. So practice is not what I said. I am saying what Buddha said. I am just quoting here what some great founders, prophets gave to us. Please add. Yes.
I just want to say what I feel, why I think that it's good for me to know about this. Because like after learning from all the teachers, they will say you have to take this seriously, you have to practice it and try to understand it. And if I only think that whatever I have done is because of this person that like push me all the time, and then I didn't see what I have done for myself, so that I'm not like whatever I have done, I don't feel that it's mine. It's like because of this person, of this person. So I don't feel that it's mine. So it's good for me to know that it's.
Also take responsibility if you don't do something.
Yes.
That's also yours.
Yes. Both.
Anybody else want to add?
Just one thing.
Please.
Few days ago there was a small issue. Please don't feel bad, I'm wrong. I'm going to talk about you. When we were washing this, no actually I was not washing. When you and who was washing? Soma and Adam was washing this canvas. So Soma and Bruno needed brushes or mops. Then there was a Adam's mop. So Bruno found it and asked Adam, "Teacher, can I use this?" Adam said, "No. If you use this, it's gonna be very dirty. This is for the room." After 10 minutes or 15 minutes, when Adam came back, Bruno was using the mop to clean the canvas. Then Adam, "What are you using? I told you no." I'm not blaming you. I'm just thinking, maybe this is something we can think about it, and maybe we can find some reason why we cannot apply what we learn. You know, he's a teacher. You know, if you use that, the mop belongs to his family. If you use that, that was basically gonna be very dirty. You understand this, but at the same time, I believe, in your mind there are so many other reasons why you should use that mop to wash this. Anyway, I have to clean this, I have to finish this job, I was supposed to do this, and if I don't do, maybe I will be scolded, I will be burned, or whatever. Must be many other your own reasons, your own logic to take the action to use, in spite of other telling you don't use. I think it's very, very natural for us to use our own logic to take the action. Not listen to somebody and try apply the knowledge into your action. Normally we use our own logic. Whatever people say, many people take their own logic to take action. So this is something we need to think seriously. Actually, we cannot take the action until we change the whole system of our logic. And the logic is made of our own experience, our own understanding, our own reasons, whatever. So many things makes our own. So many things make our own logic. Now, until we change the whole set of logic, our action will not change. We just keep doing the things which we have been using, we have been doing, because our logic doesn't change until we go through the whole exercise or practice to change the logic. So then, of course, if we do not change our actions, the result is the same. Whatever you achieved in the past will be our result. If we are not doing well in English or in business, in whatever it is, we'll keep producing that result. Maybe because of practice, it will be better a little bit, but it will be on the same level. So if we want to change our result, actions, and the whole set of our logic must be changed, must be reprogrammed. So I think, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Comments? Anybody else would like to add? Share, please.
With me? Ah, Rona. Rona is coming soon. Rona
Huh? Okay. According to a lot of scientific research, that when you are born, your brain has been provided with a system of thinking. And this system of thinking has a goal. What is the goal? It needs to be able to be happy in the two most important areas, the physical and the social. So you need friends, you need love, you need to have attention, you need to belong, and you need food, and you need to be comfortable, you need to be able to have everything. These two things are there. So that's why we study two instincts. All human beings have two instincts, because you need to be physically fulfilled, you need to be socially fulfilled. Okay? When we buy a watch which gives us the time, but we also buy a watch to show that we are rich or poor, we want to have a brand. Okay? So one is to make sure you have something which is nice and good, and one is to have a brand. So every human being has two instincts. And this is what is given to you from the time you are born. And these instincts are so strong that they control all of your activities. Anybody who comes and tries to give you any opinion, it will not accept. It will not accept. Because it has something called a filtering mechanism. Okay? Anybody come, it will reject. Anybody says anything, it will reject. Unless whatever is said through the brain is said by someone you have very strong belief and trust in, and you are able to understand clearly, then you'll accept. Otherwise, it will reject. So this brain will always reject everything